runs electric, racing through my body like the map of every future. I was terrified to touch until my breath became a circus, strong enough to outconduct the doubts. They used to drag me down before I even rose enough. I'm moving like a weapon, a diagram in motion, each inhale recalibrating with the accuracy of coded instinct, rising like a tide across a storm-filled ocean. I don't choke on hesitation, now I bend it, split it, redefine it, turn its edges into fuel until the weight of indecision falls behind me like a ruin that I never need to visit. Every exhale draws a boundary, a perimeter of strength that stretches through the shadows with the long-range wavelength designed to break the patterns I once followed out of habit, till the vector in my chest became the force that makes me savage. I'm not guided by the darkness, I'm the one who shapes its route, letting obsidian breath carve pathways past the limits, no doubt, till the world that used to crush me now is something I reroute with an instinct sharp and clean by every breakdown I fought out. Obsidian breath, vector break the evolution that comes from learning to breathe like you intend to. Shadow, hold it tight, cut the world with silent might, take the lines and split the night, break the path and rise in light. Every breath you take will shape every fear you choose to break. Through the dark you navigate till the vector elevates, 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 elevates.
Yeah, I felt the first collapse inside my chest like a circuit losing voltage. Sparks crawling up my spine like broken signals trying to decode me. Anesthetic in my brain began to twist into a language that exposed every fracture I've been hiding just to stay controlled. It hit like a phantom, an unseen frequency slicing through the framework of my thoughts, rewiring every fear I carried in the patterns that were suddenly too sharp, too loud, too hot. The breakdown wasn't violent, it was precise and surgical, dismantling of the confidence.
New connections every turn.
Yeah. Now the collapse becomes a rhythm, a pulse inside my consciousness that beats in sync with every fragment of the self I lost when I tried to fit inside a system never built for souls that think faster than the world can follow. Yeah, the phantom energy rises, flowing through the pathways I once blocked with fear and caution, turning every ruined circuit into scaffolding for revolution. I feel the glitches in my memory, spark like matches in the blackout. In the moments I once buried, start returning with a purpose that I'm finally strong enough to map out. Every broken wire teaches, every blackout point reveals it. The collapse I thought would kill me was the only force that heals. I'm standing in a wreckage of the mind I used to carry, and the ghost inside the circuitry is guiding me like something wary. You're returning me to weakness when I'm built to be extraordinary. The phantom fills the silence with a frequency of truth, showing me the kind of strength I never learned in you, the kind you only find when your system falls apart and you choose to rebuild from the wreckage of your heart.
Phantom's direction that begins with breaking down. When the phantom breaks your mind, you will see the hidden light. Every spark you left behind turns to power once aligned. Let the circuit fall and burn. Feel the shift inside your turn. In the dark you will discern new connections that return. I felt my mind twisting inward like a spiral caught from pressure. Every thought spinning tighter to the center, snap like overstressed metal. When the fragments of my focus shattered into patterns I could barely even measure. It wasn't madness, it was overload. A storm of contradictions swirling violently in every neural episode, turning memories into shrapnel and convictions into code that scrambled through my consciousness like a weapon set to explode. But in the chaos of the spiral I discovered something hidden, a forge beneath the breakdown, a furnace where the parts of me I lost were waiting to be driven back into shape by heat and friction. The pressure wasn't killing me, it was sculpting my condition, breaking off the weaknesses that clung to old ambitions, till the only thing that stayed intact was instinct in its purest form. The part of me untouched by doubt, fear, or indecision. As the spiral tightened further, every flaw became a spark. Each rotation struck a hammer blow against the limits in my heart, and the meltdown of my psyche started looking like the start of something engineered from suffering, yet stronger than the dark. Black spiral, mind force. The moment you break down becomes craftsmanship. Turn the spiral into flame, break the thoughts that kept you chained, forge the pieces back again, rise rebuilt from all the pain. In the dark with
I felt the void frame cracking underneath the weight of expectations. Every rule I forced around my spirit, shivering like metal under tension. And the silence in the hollow spaces echo back a low vibration that began to twist my breath into a pulse-shaped transformation. At first it felt like losing, like the cord that kept me balanced was collapsing into emptiness, and every thought I held for guidance split into the dark like broken fragments. I had no strength to gather, but the void wasn't empty. It was a blueprint of another version, buried under years of habits that I wore like heavy armor just to function. The frame kept splitting, every crack releasing memories. I locked behind a fortress built from fear, as the pieces fell around me. I could finally see the outline of the self I tried to smother just to make my doubts disappear. The void didn't swallow me, it stripped me, took away the shell I clung to, so the resonance beneath could rise and lift me. Void frame, resonant rebirth, the moment you collapse into the shape you were meant to grow from.
In the void where echoes start, hear the beating of your heart. Every break becomes a spark, guiding you out of the dark.
Fall apart or rise again. Let the frame release what's been. Feel the resonance begin as your rebirth pulls you in. Now the resonance is living in the hollow parts I fear, vibrating through my bloodstream like a truth I couldn't hear until the frame collapsed and all the noise I carried finally disappeared. The void become my anchor, not a place of cold despair, but a chamber where my strength rebuilds from every broken layer. I once hid behind just to look prepared, and the deeper that I listen to the frequency inside, the more I feel my spirit rising like it doesn't need a hide. Behind the versions of myself I kept a lot to satisfy. A world that never understood my worth was amplified by everything I survived. Each vibration forms a pathway, each collapse becomes a climb, and the resonance inside my core rewrites the shape of time, stretching every fear I held until the pressure turns to blind. I'm not running from the void, I'm drawing from its force, letting every shattered memory align my inner course until the self I once abandoned rises stronger than before. Carved from silent shape I lost, reborn with something more. Void frame, resonant rebirth, the kind of rising made only by falling apart first.
In the void where echoes start, hear the beating of your heart. Every break becomes a spark, guiding returns to resonance that upgrades every weakness to resilience. In the bond between the living and the silent brilliance of the bloodline carved in shadows that I carry without fear. And the deeper that it sinks,